Well, hi everyone. My name is Nancy Goel. I welcome you all to the meeting number 224 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I'll be here as your sergeant at arms today. Can we have a round of applause? Can we start this meeting with a lot of energy? That's more like it. Well, as I stand here as Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, I would like to state a few ground rules so that we have our meetings much smoother and much more safer for everyone to attend. Having said that, the first rule is that please be on video. For people who are not on video, please ensure that you are on video, actively participating, and stay muted. People in the room, please don't make noises. Ensure that you're maintaining silence. Let's respect the speaker who's coming up on stage and we are paying attention towards the speaker wholeheartedly. You will only unmute for online folks. You will only unmute when called to speak, when it's your turn to speak. Ensure that your mobile and other devices are on silent mode so that you can get the best out of this meeting. Please ensure that we are not talking anything which is hurting someone's sentiment. We generally refrain or rather be mindful while talking on the topics like sex, religion, and politics. While we don't restrain anyone from talking on these topics, we just expect you to be mindful of everyone's sentiments while talking on these topics. Having shared all these rules, I hope all of you are clear with the rules and we are ready to get started with an exciting meeting, yet another exciting meeting of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. To take this meeting forward, I would like to hand it over to the presiding officer for today's meeting. The presiding officer for today's meeting is someone who has been the charter VP education of this club, someone who has been since the inception of this club. When I say charter VP, he is somebody who was with this club, who brought in the idea of this club's inception. I'm talking about someone who's a double distinguished Toastmaster, someone who's been an ex division director, ex area director. He's currently the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. While talking about Toastmasters part of his journey, I would also like to mention he's been an ex director of HP, JCPenney, and Target. Currently, he's running an edutech startup, Practive. This startup is all about events, consulting, and training. Please put your hands together for double distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav Dutta.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to all.
Let me just set this. Okay, new place, new room. Not actually very new. People who have been here before, you would know that initially we used to do our meetings here only. So one of the reasons we do in different kind of setups is also because we have to do meetings in different kind of setups. When we are doing any kind of a board meeting, so typically in the conference room setup, this is what you get in any of your corporate. So it's not that obvious you get a stage. Having said that, we are also looking at other options in terms of how we can have some meetings on the stage, maybe at a different venue, how we can have some meetings in the conference room. So that's the structure we're going to go back to. Because there's a feedback that we got from a few people that kind of a whole setup, a stage and all, is a bit daunting for new speakers. And also, what happens is that it's not really practical in terms of an applicability. Because how many times you really get an opportunity to take a mic and go up on stage and do all the things and all. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we are here to become better versions of ourselves as speakers and leaders, and I think that is something that we are more focused on and then continue to do this topic. Now, it has been quite some time that we have welcomed new members into the club. There has been a bit of a yes, I would say. Because there was a time when every week we were adding some 2 or 3 members, 5 members, sometimes in 1 week. And then we took a bit of a break, I would say, because the BPMs got a little tired because they added close to some 20 members just in 2 months, February to March. and 20 members in the month of October and November. So 40 members already added in the club in the last one program year. So obviously, and then the renewal cycles and all happened. Now they're back with them, already invigorated and all that. And we have got 2 new members who joined us today. And both of them are in the meeting. That's extremely encouraging. So let me first start the meeting by welcoming our 2 new members, and who are both of them are role takers. So that's actually something really, really encouraging. So let me welcome Toastmaster Gurdit Singh.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Spotlight as he introduces himself quickly to the rest of the club members.
Yes, so hi everyone. I'm Gurdit Singh. I'm from Karnal, Haryana, and I will first speak about my aim to join Toastmaster Club. I want to improve upon my communication skills and be an impeccable communicator. And professionally, I'm working as a territory business manager for Deepak Fertilizer and Petrochemical Limited. And in my hobbies, I like playing volleyball and listening to music.
Thank you so much. And now the person that I'm extremely excited to introduce, and I'll tell you why I'm excited to introduce. We have been, kind of wooing this person for God knows when, since he has been flirting with us for times immemorial. He used to come to our meeting, and then spend some time with us, and then he would go away, and then come back again the next week. Every time we told him, "Are you serious about this relationship?" He said, "No, I don't want to commit. I don't want to commit. I'm okay this way." Finally, our BPMs were able to catch hold of him and get him into the club. And now he's in a committed relationship with the Gabbys, at least for the next 6 months. Please welcome with a big round of applause our guest for about more how many months? Finally, a member, Toastmaster Sravan. Welcome, Toastmaster Sravan, to the Gabbys Club.
Thank you to TTM, Sourav. I'm so happy. I'm delighted the way you have introduced me. And fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, my name is Sravan Kumar Vankeshwaram. I am from Hyderabad, but I live in Bangalore. I work with TCS. I'm a Toastmaster for last 3 years. I belonged to TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club, Pune. I used to join online from Hyderabad. So now I wanted to experiment with in-person presence. Today I could not make it to present in person in the meeting, but next time I will try to be in person. My objective to be a Toastmaster is to express myself with more confidently, and also express my true self, bring out the true self in me. That's the objective of me being a Toastmaster. I am looking forward for an exciting meeting with you all. I'm also playing a Grammarian role for Grammarian of the day. So that's it for now, and over to you, DTM Sourav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. Thank you for joining us. I'm extremely excited that we could have you as a member. And I'll tell you why. Because, it's very easy to charm someone the first time. A lot of us fall into bad relationships because of that, right? Love at first sight. And then after that, things change. What is important is to impress someone when you get an opportunity to do that multiple times. And that is what I feel extremely happy about our relationship with Toastmaster Sravan. He actually has been a guest and attended a meeting so many times. He has observed what are our good things, what are our bad things, where we were at our best, where we were not so good. And yet he took a call that yes, this is a club I want to be a part of. And that is important because I want everyone, in the Gabbys, a couple of things it's very interesting about the Gabbys. Number one, most clubs that you would see would, come in with a one arm and a one leg to get a member. My officers know here, we got the money for a membership from one person. We were about to process the membership and we refunded the money. He said, we don't want you as a member. Why? Because just before we were about to process the membership, that person said, I'm a doctor, I'm a very important person, and don't call me for smaller roles like timer, accountant, or grammarian. Only call me for bigger roles. G, TMODs. He said, if you would have said, I'm busy, I'm not able to give time, there are other doctors in our club, Dr. Bindu Joseph, Dr. Isha Roy. They're equally busy, and we are very mindful about their time. Sometimes they're not able to because some emergency, because they literally save lives, right? So for them, attending a Toastmaster meeting has to always be secondary. But I said, if someone comes in with that attitude, I'm a doctor, so I will not take smaller roles, I think you've already restricted your learning area. So there's no point in you becoming a part of a learning journey. Because I've already decided not to unlearn. So I can't work with you. We give that person's money back. Said, thank you so much, we don't want you. Gabbys is probably the only club in the world which actively refuses renewals. Every year, there are at least 10 people in every renewal cycle that we write and say, thank you so much for being a member of the Gabbys. We would request you not to renew going forward. Why? Because we see they're not benefiting from the journey. We are not benefiting from that association. 6 months is a good enough time for us to test each other. Not working out, let's call it quits. Maybe some other club will work for you, maybe some other member will work for us. So a lot of people therefore think that we have got a lot of attitude. It's not attitude. It is about ensuring that we have the right kind of people with the right kind of attitude in the club. Because we believe that that is what has ensured our continued success. See, 5 years being on the top of the game is not easy. Being a flash in the pan is very easy. But 5 years consistently producing division champions, 5 years consistently producing multiple area champions, 5 years consistently producing district officers, not easy. 5 years consistently being a super club, 5 years consistently being a distinguished club, a distinguished president's distinguished club, not easy. And that has been possible because of this discipline. So certain things about the club is something that it is the way it is. And I think the same thing applies for Toastmasters, because in Toastmasters also we have been doing it the same way, right? For the last 100 years, we have done things the way that it is supposed to be done. People have come and told us that why do you need an accountant? We explained to them, they were not convinced. We let it be. We continued to have an accountant. We did not change things because they did not want an accountant. So that's how Toastmaster operates, that's how the Gabbys operates. Having said that, we love to do a lot of experiments in the Gabbys. And one experiment that we have started is introducing new roles, challenging roles, unconventional roles in the Gabbys. And one such role is that of a joke master role. So today we actually had a designated joke master, but due to some unforeseen reasons, this joke master, the member had to drop off the role. So now the good news is the role is open. So anyone who has a joke up his sleeve, the stage is all yours.
I have one.
Okay, that was the joke that Nancy was supposed to crack last week.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So that one joke that she has not been able to sleep in bed, turning in her bed because that one joke was kind of bothering her. So Nancy, bring it out. Yeah.
Only one joke.
Okay.
So I just want.
Better be good, yeah.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Okay.
So I want you all to guess why don't skeletons fight?
Why don't skeletons fight?
Except Sourav, because he knows the answers. Why don't skeletons fight? Skeletons, we know, right?
Yes.
Why don't they fight?
Maybe they don't have brains.
No.
They don't have muscles.
They don't have guts to fight. That's the reason. Okay. That's all.
So that's the quality of joking. Impact is pretty low, right? So anyone can crack a joke, right? That's how we encourage people. We crack bad jokes so that you know that if you're cracking bad jokes, you're not alone. We are in this together. Come on, who's got the next crack joke? 3 jokes in every meeting. One from Nancy, second one from.
So I'll crack one joke, but it's a little bit longer from my life. Hope you can hear me.
We can hear you. Yes, please.
Yeah. So I was in Jain, and it's a story about 2006-7, somewhere in that time. And it was I had a US shift from 2 to 10, and in the evening we used to get a cab. So I used to take cab and then they used to drop me home. So it was a office cab. So one night I sat with two women. I was in the middle, and they all, they have applied perfumes and all. And then so I took the last drop, and when I reached my home, my wife was standing at the door, and then the moment I opened the door, she started sniffing me like a dog. I was worried, what happened? She was sniffing, and she was sensing something, wrong. So I could not understand. Then she said, from where the smell is coming. So I don't know from where the smell is coming, because at that time I was unaware that it might be the smell of those two ladies with whom I was sitting. And my entire body was, smelling. And that day she did not speak to me whole night. We had a fight, and I had no clue what has happened actually. Then I thought, and then I realized might be those two ladies, their perfume has come into my body, and that's why my wife was, quite suspicious. So that's why the lesson is that be careful when you sit beside ladies who have applied a lot of perfume, especially you're married.
It's hard being a man. I understand. Okay, we'll move on. Next joke will come from Priya. Priya, come on. You raised your hand. Priya? She changed her mind. Okay, who has got the third joke, the last joke for the day? I see, are you a guest, Anumurti Supraja? Are you a guest?
Yes, I'm.
Okay, would you want to crack a joke?
Um, I'm like I want to share one incident, one situation.
Absolutely, please.
Thank you. So I was when I was in my BTech college, I used to stay in hostel, my college hostel. So we have the people in room are around 4 members. So we have different habits. So someone will wake up at early, someone will go to bed at late night. So my one of my friend has a habit to keep alarm. So she every day she used to keep the alarm at 5 o'clock, and she never wakes. Always the person who wakes by alarm is me, and she keeps the phone at some distance place from the bed, and it's keep on ringing for every 5 minutes. And she will wake up at 7 o'clock, and she keeps alarm at 5 o'clock, and from 5 o'clock it starts ringing for every 5 minutes. And our room members keep asking her, please wake up and stop the alarm, but she never wakes up. We thought that every day she is making us to wake up at 5 o'clock.
Same thing happens with me. My daughter puts an alarm, and then I'm the one who wakes up and then wakes her up. So I think that's the kind of alarm that we want. Now that alarm is for me to wake up so that I can wake her. Good. Okay. The last one, because Priya came back again online. I understand she was having a technical snack. She came on video also, just to ensure that I noticed that she's here. Yes, Priya, you have noticed. Please, can we hear your joke?
Yeah, I'll continue with some of the poor jokes that do come up, because I found some very cute and I shared it shared it and found it really cute. So anybody can guess these two PJs that I'm going to share with you all. First is, why did the strawberry cry? Why did the strawberry cry?
Why did the strawberry cry? Simple question.
Because it got pimples.
No, because it found itself in a jam.
Oh my God.
Why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek? I think this is easy to guess.
Spotted.
Yes,
Spotted.
because he was always spotted. Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so those were all the poor jokes that we had for today. Please come, if you like our poor jokes, please come back every Saturday to listen to such PJs. This will definitely make you the life of any part. Now let me come to the theme a little bit. So the theme for today is summer, right? And this is something which is extremely favorite season for a lot of us. I'm kidding. I think everyone has said summer, except for some of the right reasons for loving summer. And one for me is mangoes. And this time, actually, I'm in Calcutta, so there is a kind of a mango there called Himsagar, which you find only in the eastern part of the country. In fact, I know someone who went from Delhi to Calcutta only to buy Himsagar mangoes and bring it back to Delhi. So, I know there are a lot of exotic mangoes that are available, Navapasand and this and that, even Beganpalli in Karnataka. But for me, Himsagar is mango and mangoes is Himsagar. Right? So I look at it. So this time I will Calcutta reading summer, so I will be having a lot of Himsagar. For me, mangoes is all about summer and summer is all about mangoes. Let us hear from our Toastmaster of the day. What does summer mean to him? And he will be helping all of us also discover, rediscover, and think, dream, plan for our summers. So with this, let me introduce the Toastmaster of the day for today. Toastmaster of the day for today is Sachin Jaiswal. Sachin is a finance professional with over 23 years of experience across IT, healthcare, biotech startups, retail, e-commerce, and FMCG sectors. He is, again, a chartered accountant. I said again because Gabbys is like half of the Gabbys is chartered accountants, half of them is something else. And an alumnus of both IIM Bangalore and Columbia Business School. Currently serving as the Chief Financial Officer at Aza Fashions Private Limited at Mumbai. He oversees global finance operations for the United States and India. Over to you, Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal, as the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Presiding Officer DTM Sourav Dutta, for a wonderful introduction. And I'm really glad to know that there are so many CAs here. One reason why CAs join Toastmasters is because we always compete with MBAs and we always feel that MBAs are better in communication than us. And our institute provide very little support to improve our communication. That's why we come and join Toastmasters. And I am sure in future also a lot of CAs will be there in Toastmasters. So coming to our theme, summer stories. So we all have memories of summer vacation during our childhood. I studied in Kolkata and used to wait for the whole year just for the summer vacation to begin. The vacations used to be long, stretching for a month and a few days after month. And the last day in school before the vacation had all the colors of fun and happiness. The feeling of not waking up early in the morning for a month used to be so relaxing, so distressing. Even our parents used to be at ease as they did not have to rush for making tiffins for us for at least a month. So on one hand, we spent countless hours in planning for the vacation to be spent in the most memorable way. On the other hand, our teachers used to load us with plenty of homework just to spoil our vacation. That was our thinking. Even though the means were limited, we found innovative ways of making our vacation memorable and enjoyable. We never spent our vacation in mountains or beaches, but still created memories that we cherish till now. In the same way, Toastmasters Club, founded by Mr. Rahul V Medley on 24th March 1905, created memories that is cherished by millions of people across the globe. So coming to the theme, summer stories, I will request some of the Toastmasters to just share their anecdotes about the summer. I'll request Toastmaster Nancy Goel to share her experience about summer or any anecdote. Toastmaster Nancy. Okay, we'll move to.
Me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was just saying that it's very difficult to think of summer at the moment because my childhood days were back in north, and in north, summer is like it's freaking hot. It was like sitting on maybe a pan when you have fire under you. It's that hot, and we were always restricted to just one room, the AC room. So we cannot move around, we cannot go around. It's sweaty, it's loo, and people are dying because of loo. But in that one room, if I think of my best memory there, it was always mangoes. I didn't want to repeat what Sourav has said, but for us, it was always mangoes. And mangoes mean summer, summer means mango. That's all I remember as a happy memory for summers.
Wow, that's a great experience. Now, in summer, not only mangoes are popular, mangoes are definitely popular. There is one more thing which is also popular is lychees. You must be, getting a lot of lychees from Muzaffarpur. That is most famous. So now I'll request Toastmaster Rahul. You can share your views on summer. Any story about summer? Yeah, Toastmaster Rahul.
He's coming up on stage.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Summer, I like summer compared to the winter because during winter time, I have the issue of sleeping too much. I face this issue even during summer. So summer is a little better because I get to wake up at 8-ish. If it's winter, I sleep till 10 or 10:30. So that's why I love summer. And also mangoes, like DTM Sourav said. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. So, for the interest of guests, a typical Toastmasters meeting will have three sections. The first one is the prepared speech section, where the a speaker will come, he'll prepare, and then he will deliver. The second section is the table topic session, where table topic master gives any topic to a speaker, and the speaker is expected to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and these are impromptu round. And then the last is the most important session is the feedback session, where feedback about the entire meeting, the general evaluator gives the feedback about the entire meeting along with his TAGL team. With this, I would like to pass the baton to the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul is currently exploring different forms of life like running, swimming, and reading. But more importantly, he is waiting for the next session of Rick and Morty. So over to you, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Toastmaster of the day. So today's theme is summer stories. What do we do once we hear a story? We all start evaluating in our mind, right? How the story was, how we related to it, and how better we can do that. So it's pretty much what I'll be doing as a general evaluator. I'll be evaluating the prepared speeches, even the how the table topics went, and basically speaking, how the entire agenda of the meeting was followed. To do this, I can't do this by myself, so I have a team with me. It's called the TAGL team. It's an acronym which stands for Timer, Accounter, Grammarian, and the Listener. So let me introduce you to the timer of today. Well, our timer for today needs no introduction, to be honest, because he was already introduced. But let me give a short introduction of DTM Sourav, would be the timer for today. He is someone who I kind of inspire to in the way he speaks, and I'm pretty sure he's inspired a lot of people in Toastmasters as well journey to become a better speaker. DTM Sourav, could you please give us an introduction of the timers? Thank you.
Okay. Can you hear me fine? All good? Can I get a confirmation, please, from the online audience? Yes? Okay. Okay. So as a timer for today, my job is to make a note of all the time in the meeting and also alert you about the time taken by you for your respective roles during the meeting. Now, in any Toastmaster meeting, we have got three sections as the Toastmaster of the day mentioned. The first section is the prepared speech. In the prepared speech today, we have got two prepared speeches. One of them is for 4 to 6 minutes. It's an icebreaker speech. And the other one is for 5 to 7 minutes. So for the 4 to 6 minute speech, I would be showing the green card for at the 4th minute, the yellow card at the 5th minute, and the red card at the 6th minute. For the 5 to 7 minute speeches, I would be showing the green card at the 5th minute, the yellow card on the 6th minute, and the red card on the 7th minute. Then we have got the impromptu speeches section, the table topic section, as we call it in Toastmaster. There, the speeches are of length 1 to 2 minutes. So on the first minute, at the end of the first minute, I would be showing this green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I would be showing the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I would be showing the red card. Then we have got the evaluation section. In the evaluation section, we have got the 2 to 3 minutes of time limit, which means at 2 minutes, I will be showing the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, the red card. Now, each speaker will have a 30 seconds of grace period on either side, which means that if your minimum time is 4 minutes, when I show the green card, even if you are speaking for 3 minutes, 30 seconds, you are still qualified. Similarly, for evaluation, if your minimum time is 2 minutes, if you are speaking till 1 minute, 30 seconds, you are still qualified. The only exception is table topics, where you need to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to qualify. Similarly, there is a 30 seconds grace period on the other side as well, which means that if your maximum time is 7 minutes, when I show the red card at 7 minutes, or I show the red card at 2 minutes for a prepared speech, you can speak for 30 seconds more before you get disqualified. So at the end of the meeting, I will be coming back and also giving out the time, who's qualified based on time, who's disqualified based on time. Apart from that, I will also keep a tab on the entire meeting proceedings, how are we doing on time. And I would want to alert you that we are already 10 minutes behind. So I would request all Toastmasters to please speed up their entire introduction so that we can move quickly. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you for that short, crisp, and introduction of what a timer does. Now, moving on to the arc counter. For today's arc counter, we have Toastmaster Gurdit Sandhu. A little bit of Gurdit Sandhu, Toastmaster. He's personally on a journey to be an impactful communicator and professionally territory business manager, and a recent entrant to the corporate, trying to juggle with never-ending tasks. Over to you, Toastmaster Gurdit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. So the purpose of the R counter is to listen and make note of the unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and the role players of the today's meeting. My report will focus on 5 major areas. The first one being filler words such as inappropriate interjections, for instance, and, well, but, so, and the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, or etc. Repetitive words in the form of such as I, this means, or any unintentional long or short pause made by the speaker. And I'll be presenting my rest of the report when called by the general evaluator during the general evaluation session. And over to you, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you for that wonderful intro of what an arc counter does. Now, moving to the next role, Grammarian, that will be played by Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. A little bit of intro of Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. He's an experienced IT professional specializing in regulatory compliance and IT systems governance. And he has been an active member of Toastmasters International for the past over 3 years, having served as club president and immediate past president of TCS Maitri Toastmasters Club in Pune. Outside work, is also passionate about Vinyasana, Yogana, self-healing, and music. Over to you, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for a warm introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language. I will take note of any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce word of the day. For today, the word of the day is sultry. Sultry means humid or being hot, of the air or weather. So that is called sultry. Especially in summer, we all feel that sultry. Usage is the sultry. Late summer weather had brought swarms of insects. The synonyms for sultry are humid, airless, stuffy, suffocating, oppressive. I encourage everyone to use the word of the day, sultry. Can anybody give it a try?
Sultry.
Sultry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm Toastmaster Anand, guest Toastmaster Anand. I'm in Chennai. So I feel more sheltery because of the summer, because of the moisture content in the atmosphere. Thank you. Over to you.
Yeah, very good. So I recommend everybody to use the word of the day in your speeches during the meeting. I will come up and I'll give my report after the meeting whenever general evaluator call up. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction and what a grammarian does. And also a good way to get people to remember the word of the day. Now, moving on to our next role, the listener, which will be played by Toastmaster Vipul. Can you please spotlight Toastmaster Vipul? Okay. So, a little bit about Toastmaster Vipul. He's a software engineer at Barracuda Networks from Rajasthan. He also practices Vipassana meditation to stay centered and enjoy books, entertainment, and meaningful conversations. Over to you, Toastmaster Vipul.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the listener of the day, and I will be listening closely to everything said during the meeting and will drop the short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting.
Okay. Thank you for the wonderful introduction as well for what timer does. And that is it from my end, Toastmaster Sachin. The stage is all yours now. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rahul. So now we'll move to prepared speech section. Our speaker number 1 is Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi M. The evaluator is Toastmaster Shubham Somani. Toastmaster Shubham Somani, please confirm your attendance.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The speaker is attempting path dynamic leadership level 1, project 1, and project name is icebreaker speech. The project objective is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Speech duration 4 to 6 minutes, and a speech title decoding the difference. I'll request Toastmaster Lakshmi just to do the audio video check.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, perfect. So Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi carries over 14 years of professional experience in finance and tech consulting projects and has built her career as a project management professional. She is excited to take her role as a TM at Gabbys. Apart from the work, she enjoys solo traveling and discovering new places. So Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi, decoding the difference, Toastmaster Sree Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sachin, for this wonderful introduction. Who all think that being a leader is much important than being a manager? Could I see some virtual raise of hands and also from the audience here? Yeah, thank you so much. So I'm a strong believer of being a leader for my team than being just a manager. Before I can decode more about this, I would like to get started with my first icebreaker speech through a glimpse of my life journey in 3 different phases. So starting with my early childhood days, I grew up in a place which is very special to me and very close to my heart. Basically, I was born in India, but I got an opportunity to move to Middle East post completing 2 years as my dad got an opportunity to work there. So everyone in my family considered me to be a lucky charm for them, as it was one special event in our family. My schooling happened in an Indian school, which fortunately had all the Indian languages, as all people think that it's only the Arabic language which is famous there. So at a very initial age in my life, I got an opportunity to connect with kids from diverse backgrounds. Talking about the diverse background, my very next phase in my life is not very different from my initial stage. But everything started in a new place, in a new environment, which I wasn't familiar with earlier, as entire family came back to Bangalore for good. I completed my graduation for 3 years, and I was so fascinated in the management studies that I went on to pursue my post-graduation for another 2 more years before I can get started with my work life. Now coming to the most current phase in my journey, which is my professional sphere. So in my 14 years of experience, not all the experiences were good. Some were good, some were not that great. So initially it started like a cakewalk, but as the years kept adding, it became more challenging and obviously more tougher for me. But I was in this one incredible organization, which helped me to shape up as a better individual and see myself as a better mentor. So I got opportunities in terms of going on site. And I also scaled up the ladder and got an opportunity to become a people manager for my team. So I was around some incredible leaders who constantly motivated, guided, and mentored me to be the worst version of myself in that level. So through their constant guidance, support, and motivation, I was able to scale and nurture my junior resources to be that emerging leader that I once dreamt about. So that inspired me to take up a professional certification like project management professional. Even though the word states more about project management, it also helped me to shape up a lot of my people management skills. It helped me to be that servant leader for my team, who they can actually look up to, and also be that leader who walks the talk. Post completing PMP, there was a deep sense of gratitude to give back to the community. So through that, I actually started being a volunteer for the PMI Bangalore chapter. Initially, I was actually part of all the meetings. I was actually part of all the conferences that used to happen within the chapter. And I also scaled up to be one of the conference at the South Asia level. But that one thing that started lingering in my mind was, why can't I step up and be that speaker and inspire the other audiences, and through my leadership, motivation, or my knowledge skills? So during a discussion with one of my friends who is a Toastmaster, walked me through this journey of setting the path line or setting the platform, which can help me to shape my public speaking skills and also achieve the goal that I've actually targeted for myself. So with that, I'm here today standing in front of all to present my first icebreaker speech and to take that one step closer, which will help me to achieve the goal that I've actually set for myself. I would like to conclude by stating that this is my journey, which is to be a dynamic leader for myself and for my team. What about all of you? Would you like to be that leader, or would you like to be just that manager, or are you ready to decode the difference? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster 3.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for a wonderful speech. I'll request all the members to stand and give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. A wonderful icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Lakshmi, you brought the tenets of leadership, and whether we should be a leader or manager, that's up to us to decide. But one thing I can say, that you are a dynamic leader, and that was what you have totally expressed in your speech. With this, I will move to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Samita Kar, and evaluator is Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. I'll request Toastmaster Sanjay Jain to confirm his attendance.
Yes, Sachin, I'm there.
Okay. So the speaker is attempting path motivational strategies, level 1, project number 5, project name, team building. Purpose of the project is for the member to practice the skills needed to build a cohesive host team and host an event. And also the purpose to share some aspect of her experience building a team building event. Speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes, and speech title is The Bloom. I'll request Toastmaster Samita to check her audio and video.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Samita Kar, as per her, change is the only way of life, and her life reflects that. She started her professional journey as a teacher and then chased her dreams till she was finally the principal of a school. But dreams changed. and now she is a soft skill trainer for graduating kids. Over the years, her hobbies have changed from batik and cross stitch to reading and traveling, enjoying her third pathway in Toastmaster journey. Over to you, Toastmaster Samita, the bloom Toastmaster Samita.
A bud blooms. When it blooms, we do not see the effort that the tree put in bringing out the bud and giving it the bloom. You can never gauge the depth of a water by merely standing and looking at it. You have to dive deep. And that is what I had done. I took up the project of organizing Women's Day on 8th March for Gabbys hybrid meeting format. Now, I have spoken in the previous speech about the preparation, but for the benefit of today's audience, let me quickly recap the structure. We selected a couple of people, we formed the team, and then it was divided who will prepare the agenda, who will invite the guest, the keynote speaker, role allocation, poster designing, standee designing, offline and online coordination, venue booking, everything had to be done. So these were already done. Next came the task finalization and description of the responsibilities, what they have to do. This was the easier part of it. The bud. It was about to bloom. And the water, where I was standing, was looking calm, was about to get deep. First came the theme selection. What should be the theme? DTM Sourav suggested that let the theme be unseen labor. Now, unseen labor, yeah, as a theme was good. We all agreed to it. But what we disagreed on was it was Women's Day. Unseen labor will involve men and women because it's not always the woman who is doing unseen labor. Men are also involved. And we all put our heads together. The best part of having a team is everyone had an opinion. We went back and forth. Eventually, it was decided that we will go with this theme, as this theme was the one which was bringing out the essence. Next came the finalization of the guests. Few of them gave their consent. What I had not seen before was that if the guests are not finalized, the posters can't be made. We need the biodata, we need the photograph. And what happens in every meeting happened in this meeting too. One of the guests dropped. There was a time in which the people were searching for the guests. But how could we stop the posters? Out of the box thinking. A creative solution. Let us release the posters of those who have already agreed to be a part of the program. And let us release one poster at a time. What this effectively did was it gave the team a breathing space. So when we sent the first poster of one person, that was our keynote speaker, we had some time in our hand to put forth the poster of our panelists. When we attend the meeting, on the surface, everything looks well prepared and we put forth the best. Below is what actually happens. When we look at a duck, it floats seamlessly on water. Look below, it is paddling furiously. And the same thing happened with our team also. We were desperately trying the guests, the poster, the agenda. Then we had a contest happening. The contest, the winners, most of them were coming to attend the offline meeting. Now, we all know online space sending the trophy is good, but can it replace the feeling of being called on stage and handed over the trophy? Definitely not. So what we did is we added that in the agenda, adjusted the timings. There was an award giving ceremony. The WhatsApp was buzzing. We wanted maximum number of people to come. So everyone tried their best to bring in all the connections, creating a buzz, telling them how important it is to come to this meeting. 24 hours before coordination with Toastmaster Upasana, the agenda was ready and it was sent across. We had a wonderful panel and all the names were there finally. The consolidated poster was also sent. I personally flew down to Bangalore to attend this meeting. As Murphy's Law say, whatever one will go wrong, will go wrong. I underestimated the Bangalore traffic. I thought I was well ahead of my time. I will reach half an hour before. But what happened? I was supposed to start the meeting. I was the sergeant at arm. I didn't reach the meeting in time. This is where the teamwork comes in. Toastmaster Karthik stepped in without any preparation and started the meeting. A note to myself: every time have a backup plan. Without a backup plan, a team meeting cannot happen. Our panelists gave wonderful thoughts about how both the genders are being judged of what they do and how they do, taking care of elders, of children. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Devjyoti Roy, gave an interesting example of how Toastmaster is love of unseen labor, that we always come up meeting after meeting to deliver what is needed to be delivered without any monetary benefit. In conclusion, I urge all of you, pick up one meeting, conduct it, and see the learning that it brings to you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita, for a wonderful delivery. And I really liked the way you have brought out the challenges of the 8th March hybrid meeting, right from the theme selection to guest finalization, and then awards, and then traffic issues, and then backup plan. It's really a very good suggestion to have always a backup plan for any kind of team meeting. So thanks a lot for a wonderful speech and well delivered.
Thank you. Thank you.
With this, we come to end of the prepared speech section. And that brings us back to the theme of the day, summer stories. I'd like to share an anecdote here. It's one of the summers. So we were all cricket lovers. So we and our cousins, we were all cricket lovers, and we have created a team called Eagles Club. So we had a space outside our house where we used to play cricket daily. And since the space was cemented, it was very difficult to place the wickets. And we found an innovative way of creating a cement structure so that we can place the wickets. But we did not have money to buy cement and sand. So for the structure, we have to use cement and sand, and we didn't have the money. So since construction was going on in our terrace of our house, we decided to get the cement and sand from the terrace. But the challenge was how to get the stuff without being noticed by our parents. One of my cousins, he gave the idea of packing the cement and sand in a plastic bag and send it the stuff from the terrace through a rope. As per the plan, we went to the terrace and packed the stuff in the bag. My cousin was standing in the basement to collect the bag. So we began sending the stuff back via the rope, but unfortunately, the rope broke, unable to take the weight of the bag. To add to our misery, My cousin's hand also got in between the fall and he broke his hand. The adventure turned into a nightmare. My cousin got several fractures in his hand and was in bandage that entire summer vacation. We also had our share of scolding from our parents. So that's one of the memories of our one summer incident. Now with this, I will, with the end of prepared speeches section, we have more. We have Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who is going to take us through a very interesting session on table topics. Toastmaster Nancy Goel is working as a senior data analyst. She is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach.
Toastmaster
She is the
Sachin,
president of. Yeah.
we will be going for a 5 minutes break and then we'll continue with the TD section right after.
Okay.
The 5 minutes break.
Yeah.
We're good to start with the meeting. Toastmaster Sachin, you can introduce the TD master and then you can proceed from there.
Yeah. So we'll move to our next section, table topic session. And to handle that, we have our Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who is working as a senior data analyst. She is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. She is also the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. So I will hand over the stage to Toastmaster Nancy Goel for a wonderful and interesting table topic session.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sachin, for a nice and warm introduction. This reminds me that I need to update my introduction big time. It's completely outdated. It's time to start with our table topic section. Now, for the table topic section, we will be having a table topic evaluator who will be making notes of your improvement points, how you are working on your table topics, and will be presenting the report during the general evaluation section. For today's table topic section, the evaluator is Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. He is sitting with us in the room. I think you can all see him waving. Right. All right, with this, let me just share the ground rules of a table topic section. I, as your table topic master, would be presenting some topics to you, and you are expected to speak on those topics impromptu, which means you will be given 5 seconds, 5 to 7 seconds to think on the topic and then speak. Not more than that. You will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic. 1 minute is the minimum limit that you need to speak for to qualify for the voting. And 1.5 minutes, you will be shown yellow card. 2 minutes, red card. 2 minutes onwards, the red card will stay on. I see a lot of commotion in the room that is causing a lot of disturbance. The break is over. Can we please move to Aloo Bhujia a little later? Thank you so much. As I was speaking about the ground rules, 2 minutes, 30 seconds onwards, you are disqualified. So for as long as you are speaking within 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you will be qualified for voting. For this table topic section, I am taking the prerogative of inviting speakers on my own. So please don't raise your hands or mention in the chat box today. I want to just pick and choose people on my own. I will be first having somebody from the room and then somebody online. I'll try to bring in as much variety as possible. For my first table topic speech, can I have... Let's start with our last week's winner, Toastmaster Arun. Can I have Toastmaster Arun up on stage? We all have this throat infection, when it's about table topics. All right. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Arun. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Arun? Okay, Toastmaster Arun, Explain a summer day for you. Explain a summer day for you, Toastmaster Arun.
Myself, Arun Kumar. I'm from Krishna Base. And my BCA in SAS College. Summer day, the daily routine was we used to wake up after 6 o'clock.
Okay.
That was the major advantage. After having the entire college, we used to holidays. We used to have woke up at 6 o'clock. After that, we went up for the yoga from 6:30 to 1 hour, or if it is late, half an hour. Then we used to go for bhajan. Bhajan in the sense,
Bhajan.
Bhajan. After that, we have breakfast. After the breakfast, we used to go for ground clean. Then gardening. We need the gardening. Gardening till to 1:30 we used to planting the saplings will be. After that, we have lunch. We have sleep. 1.5 hours. Maximum 1.5 hours for the rest of it. After the 1.5 hours, we used to watch the motivational story or else YouTube for the entertainment time. After that, we used to have little break, the sense of washing the clothes, and the basic. We have half an hour and 1 hour. After this section, we used to have playtime. Till 6:30, we used to play evening. After that, we will go for the dinner. After dinner, play movie and bhajans. Before movie, we have bhajans. We used to enjoy the summer day actually.
Well, that's a very well drafted theme that we got to know for summers. Did we not all enjoy listening to that?
Yes.
So can we have a bigger round of applause for our first two speakers? That's more like it. For people sitting in person, I would like to make an announcement. The speaker is standing here, not on the TV. You can see me live here. And the ones who are sitting online, yes, we will be spotlighting them there. So please look at the TV. So keep on changing and exchanging your gazes as and when required. But do look at the speaker live here directly. Moving on to our next speaker for today's session, I would like to call Anu Gupta. Anu just turned on her camera. Anu, would you like to take up a table topic?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Anu, are you Toastmaster?
Yes.
Okay, Toastmaster Anu, here's your topic. If you could spend your summer anywhere in the world, where would you go and what would you do? If you could spend summer anywhere in the world, where would you go and what would you do?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. The place where I come from is Chennai, and I know that everyone is aware of Chennai is one of the hottest place in entire India. So when stepping out, there is one small home, okay, and I was just passing through and I came across a mall on that summer day. And I was complaining about the long queues there as well as the scorching sun, tired, and was complaining of all the things which I was there in the mall at that time. Suddenly, I saw that there was a woman who was sitting there peacefully thinking on her own thoughts, and you know, like everyone knows that in mall it is a pleasant way, like you have ACs and all. At that moment, I striked itself, like whatever we have in our place, we have to be grateful of what we have in place. I mean, whatever we have, we are not valuing those, and we tend to complain all the time. And I'm a person who always complain, okay, this is not going good, or this is the AC is not up to the mark and all. So at that moment, that was a realization point for me that the way we see things and what we have, we don't appreciate it. And I definitely feel that the best place for me is at my home, at the comfort zone, and with that AC, whatever temperature is there. And that lesson have taken me that there's no best place for me except for the home. So with that, I would leave it to you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Master. Anu, can we have a round of applause for our second speaker? Well, you are reminding me of my days as well. As I've previously mentioned in the meeting, for me, summers was like that one room, just stay there to survive. Moving on to my next speaker, may I invite our timer for today, DTM Sourav, who is representing Gabbys at the division level. May I request somebody to time him? Toastmaster Rahul is timing our speaker. You're coming at 11:11. Here's your mic. If summer were a person, how would you describe them? If summer were a person, how would you describe them?
Difficult, but unavoidable. If summer was a person, that's how I would describe it. Summer is difficult. Sweat, itches, can't step out of your house. Unless if you're like physically rich, you're always going on an AC car, going into an AC mall, staying in an AC house, having food in an AC restaurant. If your life is not all totally air conditioned, which is what 99.99% of people of the world are, summer is difficult. No one would disagree with me. Having said that, summer is also unavoidable because whichever part of the country you're a part of, summer will be there. The fun thing is the definition of summer, or the degree of summer, the degree of hotness of summer. So summer for Chennai is absolutely useless because Chennai has got 3 seasons, right? Hot and hottest. But for the rest of the world, like for example, in places like UK or in places like Australia, there are people who actually look forward to the summer because that's when you actually can enjoy going out, spending time with your family. So summer is a mixed emotions. Summer is something where you would want to enjoy, you would want to have the good food, you would want to go out, but at the same time, the weather prevents you. It's more like a temptation rather than a reality. So that's how I would describe summer. Something which is difficult but unavoidable. You can enjoy summer, but with its own perils, with its own challenges, with its own hazards, and make the most of it. Thank you. Back to you, Dutta.
Thank you. Can we have a huge round of applause for speaker number 3? Well, when he started speaking difficult but unavoidable, I thought he's talking about the table topic for today that is being thrown at. All right, I see a raise of hand. Like I said, I'll be using my discretion today to invite people on stage given the limited number of topics we have. May I request Toastmaster Prasang? Prasang, are you there?
Yes.
Prasang, you need to be on camera to attempt the topic. We want to see you.
Sorry, I'm not in position to open the camera.
Okay, all right. So let's see if you can sue us with a story. Here's your topic. Imagine you are a scoop of ice cream on a hot day. Tell us a story before you melt. Imagine you are a scoop of ice cream on a hot day. Tell us a story before you melt.
A scoop of ice cream on the summer. Especially, I don't like the ice cream. So I would not like to be the ice cream, but I've been put in this situation. So telling the story about the summer, right? For me, the summer was like, I always liked it. I'm from UP and the summer is quite hot here, but I used to not like it. But once I went Bangalore and saw the weather, always cloudy, 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 then I started liking. I mean, summer is something I like a lot because I get the vitamin D here. Once I went to the Bangalore, I had the shortage of vitamin D. So talking about the how I spend the summer here in my place. I mean, the sun rises early and then you get the big day. So we start with kind of, the moment there's a sunrise, we go and play early in the morning so that there is no kind of, so we can save ourselves from the sun. And then during the afternoon time, we try to take a nap. And then at the end, at the evening, we try to again play the cricket. So cricket is very popular here in my village. And then in the night, there is IPL going on. So we stick with the TV and watch the IPL in the night. So I think that's how the summer used to be for me when I was in my village. And it was quite good. I mean, whole day you don't have to worry about the work, not the school, because it's a holiday. And you have to just play and watch cricket. That's all I used to do in my summer days at my home. Yeah, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, a huge round of applause for speaker number 4. Well, playing cricket and soaking vitamin D, who would have thought that this is something you can do in summers? Thank you so much for sharing this. I was expecting more of a story. It was more of an informational topic, but information was good. Thank you. One last topic for today's session, and that has to be from people in person. I'll give you an opportunity to raise your hand now. People in the room. Last topic. Here we go. We have got Shubham Somani raising his hand. Toastmasters Shubham Somani, here's your topic. Are we good?
Yeah.
Is it on?
Can you hear me?
Yes. A mysterious letter arrives inviting you to a secret summer adventure. What happens next? A mysterious letter arrives inviting you to a secret summer adventure. What happens next?
A secret letter arrives inviting me for my summer holidays. I would expect that should come from my grandmother's place because summers, I connect summers with exams getting over and you are going to your grandmother's or grandparents' house. And we all were discussing that we don't like summers because we all like winters, right? But I don't know. I like summers because I have summers linked with exams getting over, right? And I still feel the same today as well. Whenever, even now, whenever I'm coming from office, I feel that feeling still. There are those days where your exams getting over and you were waiting to pack your bags and go to your grandmother's and your grandparents' house. And that was the best time because no studies, you will eat, you could eat, you could play all the day, you meet your all friends from your native. So I think that is the letter which I would and I really want to come from my grandparents for some days. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Shubham. Well, as he was speaking about going to grandparents' place, he was reminding me of all the assignments that I needed to complete for myself during the summer break as well as for my siblings. It was double, triple the work, so it was never fun. Having said that, today we learned about many things related to summer in this TT session that we had. We were not just limited to the mangoes, but also to the difficult, unavoidable summer or the ACs that actually help us, or to the summer routine where we were learning about yoga and gardening and many other things that can be done on a summer day, as well as cricket and going to grandparents' house. Thank you so much to the every speaker who has come up on stage, ensured that they are sharing their stories and made this session more engaging. With this, I hand it over back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sachin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy, for such a wonderful session. All the topics were related to theme and they were all simple. Everyone seemed to be very comfortable and they spoke about the topic. Right from Toastmaster Arun, who thought on summer day, starting with yoga, bhajan, and then ending the day again with bhajan. It's really a noble thought. And then Toastmaster Anugupta shot on one place where she could go in summer and what to do. And her take was that she'll move out of Chennai, and she moved out of Chennai. She found a mall, and also the message which she gave, that we should appreciate whatever we have and not crib. Then Toastmaster DTM Sourav take on describing a summer, very beautifully says that summer is a difficult, unavoidable, and emotional. To Toastmaster Prasang's take on, a scoop of ice cream on a day, and to tell us a story before it melts, where he compares Bangalore and UP, and he's one person who seems to like summer because he gets vitamin D. And then the last speaker who spoke about cricket and what he likes to do in summer about cricket and going to his grandmother's house. It was a well coordinated session and a wonderful round of applause to all the speakers and table topics master and Toastmaster Nancy Goel. With this, we'll move to the next session, the feedback session, and I'll hand over the stage to General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Rao.
Just give me a minute. Okay. Now we'll be moving on to our evaluation of our prepared speeches. And for that, the first evaluator will be Toastmaster Shubham, will be evaluating Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi's speech. Now, coming to the introduction of Toastmaster Shubham, he is originating from the colorful state of Rajasthan, and he is also a CA with over 5 years of experience, currently working with the Daimler Truck School. And he also enjoys playing badminton and is a devoted Bollywood fan. So, over to you, Toastmaster Shubham.
First thing, I want to really congratulate you to giving your first icebreaker speech, because this is the first time when you break your and overcome your limits. And talking about your speech, I think it was really good. When we talk about icebreaker, as Nancy was also explaining, you really raised the bars. I remember my icebreaker, I was very nervous and I was giving, but you really didn't look like you were at all nervous. Talking about the speech, overall, it was really good. It had a proper structure. Your body language was good. You were using the hand. And you have proper pauses to, to connect with your story. You had 3 phases of your life where how you developed it. This was good. So it had everything. I think the body structure was good. It had proper pauses. It had a good story. You connected with your purpose to introduce yourself with the project, the path which what you have taken. Only one small suggestion will be from my side. What I feel that maybe we can have a better facial expressions and the pitch of the tone what we were using, because what I felt that it was same. So maybe if you will add that, that could have will take your speech maybe next level. But overall, it was really good. So thank you.
Now, okay, let me, my thoughts on what today's evaluations are. Toastmaster was a wonderful evaluation of Toastmaster Lakshmi's speech. Again, since it's an icebreaker, I do feel that tonality and all that can come later. And since it's a first speech, I think it's okay if she is still working on it. But coming to it, let me tell what I found good about your speech. I felt that your tonality was good, given that it was a professional speech and it was captivating and you did get my attention. Since I did expect that, since that's where you were going towards, and I would say it's a well done. And also for me, it didn't feel like an icebreaker, to be honest. It felt like you already given your speeches multiple times. And I was surprised to say for know that this was your first speech at the Toastmasters. And you had a very good eye contact when speaking, which something which we don't see much about. You saw the camera, you saw us over here, and you were always attentive. My only recommendation to you would be that keep giving more speeches, and I already see you becoming a wonderful speaker. Thank you once again, and thank you for the evaluation for both the Toastmaster, Shubham, and thank you. Now, let me move on to the second evaluator. That would be Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, will be evaluating Toastmaster Samita Kar. So a little bit of Toastmaster Sanjay Jain is that he's also a chartered accountant and he likes playing chess, cricket, football, and also traveling. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for a wonderful introduction. Toastmaster Samita Kar, your speech was excellent and well structured. You covered each and every part of the meeting, how we can conduct a professional meeting. We learned because I was the eyewitness to that event. You called me also and told me, even I disconnected your call because I had not saved your number. But you called me and tried to make me available in the meeting and take the prize. So I was very much impressed by how you have executed this thing. I learned each and everything today, what went behind your meeting. So it is a great learning thing for everyone to hear your speech and learn from it and take how a good meeting can be done by teamwork and collaboration. This was a very well learning for me, and I seen means today your execution and structure of the meeting, comparing it with plants and trees and that everything, and how hard work and things can make difference in our execution of our thing. I learned from it, and I would today I will not be able to recommend anything because I'm learning from you. And when you learn, you don't have things to recommend anything which will come out. I cannot say you that you stand and give because I have already seen you plenty of times, and you were a well speaker, and nothing I could make out of it. With that, I conclude my meeting and conclude my evaluation. And thank you very much. Over to General Evaluator Rahul. All the best, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the evaluation, Toastmaster Sanjay. Now coming to my evaluation is to Toastmaster Sanjay is that since I believe you know Toastmaster Samita Kar, but there are guests in the room and we are not sure that they might not be aware of what Toastmaster Samita Kar, I mean like how she's like before giving speeches. So that being mindful, let's be mindful that and accept or give evaluation from that perspective that there are people in the room that they're not aware of the previous speakers. So My evaluation again is that's the only thing which I found with Toastmaster Sanjay's evaluation. And coming to Toastmaster Samita Kar again, I couldn't like really find any recommendations, but only thing which I found or the pros was that it was a good selection of story, and it's something I feel like the Toastmasters here who are already present can relate to. And that's my evaluation to the second speaker. And once again, thank you for again Toastmaster Sanjay and Toastmaster Samita.
Thank you.
Now we'll move on to our table topics evaluator, and that would be played by our Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. A little bit about Toastmaster Mukund. He's a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director, and he is currently the VP. My bad. It was past tense. He was a VP of Gabbys Toastmasters Club. He loves reading, public speaking, and currently, I wouldn't say he's learning to play golf because I know it's old intro. And he also wants to play golf by this time. So thank you, Toastmasters. And the stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Okay, the first speaker, ladies and gentlemen, was.
One minute. Can you put that on because otherwise people will not be able to hear.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thanks. Okay. All right, a great table topics session we had. I think everybody spoke to their potential. And I would like to evaluate all the 5 speakers today. So the first speaker was Arun. Arun, explain a summer day. I have to tell you that your speech was very well articulated. You literally spoke in a very chronological way what you would do on a summer day, assuming that that particular summer day was a Sunday or a holiday. Then you speak. In fact, we were able to visualize what exactly you were doing when you spoke about it. And for me personally, it brought back certain things. I'm from a residential school, and I did my schooling in Mysore in a residential school, and my day was almost exactly like the way that you mentioned. It was exactly like that. So for me, it was like nostalgia. It brought back memories to me. So a very well done speech, and literally I didn't see any kind of pauses or anything in your speech. It was very, very fluent, to say the least. So very well done. Next time, maybe try to have a small structure, if possible. How a summer day is. Summer is very hot, nobody likes it, and then you have to bring a small body into it, and finally come to about it. Try your best to do it. That would be great. And otherwise, an excellent speech by Mr. Arun. Our next speaker was Anu Gupta. Anu Gupta, spend a summer anywhere in the world. If you were to spend a summer anywhere in the world, where would you go and what you would do? Right? You took a long pause, which is really good initially, so it gives you time to think and come up with points. And you came up with an excellent message in your speech. Be grateful for all the small things you have, appreciate and value those things. And you were able to articulate that very well that way. But next time, the topic was if you were to spend a summer anywhere in the world, where would you go or what you would do? I think you should try to speak on the topic itself, because what you said was slightly off topic. But next time, maybe if you could say something, anything you could have said, anything. During summer, I would like to go to Kashmir. I would like to go boating in the Dal Lake. I would like to wear Kashmiri clothes. I would like to make snowballs. Something like that you can make up. Whatever you want, you can make up, and then just simply come up with a 2-minute speech. So maybe next time, try your best to speak on the topic itself. But otherwise, your message and your at the spur of the moment, you thought of something lesson that you should give, and you came out came out there very well. The third speaker was distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, and I really don't have any further message to give to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. The topic was, if you were a person, how would you describe that person? So it was really very good speech. It lived up to our expectations. Difficult but unavoidable. It was mixed emotions, etc. Maybe if you had spoken about summer as a persona, because I think that is what was expected from the topic. It would be, if summer were a person, how would you describe summer? Maybe as a persona, if you had spoken about summer is Mr. X, he's like this, he's like that, etc. then perhaps it would have made justice to the topic. But otherwise, also a very well drafted speech. And then we have Mr. Prasang. Prasang, imagine if you were a scoop of ice cream on a hot day. Tell a story before you melt, right? You are a scoop of ice cream, and before you melt, you have to tell a story. But you went slightly off topic over here. You totally spoke about summer, and then you were hating summer when you were in UP, but you started loving summer when you came to Bangalore because of the cloudy weather, etc., etc. But you could have simply told that this is summer, and I'm a scoop of ice cream. I'm going to melt now, and then this is my story. And you could have simply said some Jack and Jill story. That would have made justice to the topic, is what I think. But otherwise, I think you, again, like the previous, like Anu, you also, at spur of the moment, thought about something, and then you simply spoke about summer itself between UP, comparing it between UP and Bangalore. So very well done. And finally, we have Toastmaster Shubham. Shubham, mysterious letter arrives inviting you to a secret adventure. What happens next? Letter from grandmother? Seriously? But yeah, so you again, came at the spur of the moment to say that you thought to get a letter from grandmother, and you went back to your younger days, how you would play around, etc. Good, but maybe next time you can do a little better in terms of thinking about, a letter from anywhere. Think of Katrina cake for all you want, and what a secret adventure you would have, etc., etc. You can talk about that next time, when you are going to speak. Otherwise, a great topic. Everyone did their best to their potential. I thoroughly enjoyed the whole session. Thank you, and back to you, Chandra.
That was a wonderful and good evaluation of the table topic sessions. And my take on the okay. And I got nothing much down to it. I believe that you covered most of the points, and it was a very good answer. Good feedback to the speakers. Now, let me move on to my TAGL team. So I request the timer, that will be your TTM Sourav, to present the report for today's meeting.
Yes, we need the report on WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp open.
Okay.
We'll send the report on WhatsApp to you. Sorry, on Zoom chat after this. Just let me first read the report. So we had two speakers today. The first speaker. So the good news is that everyone is on time. No one has crossed the time limits. So the first speaker, Toastmaster Lakshmi, took 4 minutes 33 seconds. Well within time. And second speaker, Samita Kar, 7 minutes 28 seconds. The two evaluators, first evaluator, Shubham Somani, he took 1 minute 42 seconds. So Toastmaster Sanjay Jain took 1 minute 56 seconds. Now coming to the table topic speakers, first speaker took 2 minutes 15 seconds, second speaker 1 minute 54 seconds, third speaker 1 minute 37 seconds. Fourth speaker 1 minute 48 seconds, and the fifth speaker 1 minute 16 seconds. Now, one very interesting thing, I was making note of the table topic evaluation today. So the table topic evaluator, first of all, was within time. This is rarely that happens. Generally cross this is the section. 5 minutes 13 seconds is the total time taken. Now, what is interesting here is first speaker you took 1 minute 19 seconds to evaluate. The second speaker you evaluated in 1 minute 14 seconds. The third speaker you evaluated in 52 seconds. The next speaker in 55 seconds, and the last speaker in 50 seconds. So this is something what happens in table topics evaluation. We decrementally go down because in the initial speakers we evaluate more, thinking we have more time on hand. So this is a recommendation when you are table topic evaluator, try to distribute it equally across all the speakers. So and 1 minute 19 seconds or anything more than 30 seconds or 45 seconds is too much of an evaluation. So this is for example, The second speech was 1 minute 54 seconds. The evaluation was 1 minute 14 seconds, right? So this evaluation was as long as the speech almost. So that is something that we need to reduce. So typically, the evaluation time should be 1/5 of the speech time. So that is 1/4 to 1/5. So let's just keep that in mind. Rest, I think we will very good on time. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, DGM Sourav. That was a crisp and detailed evaluation of today's meeting. Now, let me move on to the next player, that will be the R counter. Toastmaster Gurdit, the stage is yours.
Yes, so we will have a look at this together. So let me share my screen. It is disabled from the host side.
Enable now.
Yeah, it's enabled now. Can you try now?
Yes, it is there. Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes. So this is the summary of the accounts, and Mr. Our prepared speeches were good. They had only, and they have very few count of sounds and other inappropriate interjection or crutch words. And from the table topics, Mr. Arun has taken around 10 sounds, and other speakers who went above 5 are Mr. Prasang and TM Anugupta. So and TM Shubham Somani as well. And so this is the visual representation of the sound and other filler words. So our words have the majority in the filler words. So this is from my side.
Thank you for sharing the report, Toastmaster Gurdit. Could you also please put that file in the chat so people can go?
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. And my only recommendation to you is that you can also start timing the other members as well. Like, for example, me, the general evaluator, and other people. If you find the bandwidth, you want to increase yourself in the bandwidth. Now,
Sure, I'll do.
Next, let me go to the Grammarian. And that was played by Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. Toastmaster Sravan Kumar, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Rahul. Fellow Toastmasters, I'm going to share my screen with my Grammarian report. Can somebody confirm, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's Grammarian report is, today's word of the day is sultry, which means hot and humid. And the meaning is, the usage is sultry late summer weather had brought swarms of insects. Let us see the usage of the word by the members. Excuse me in case if I missed anybody who had already used, but I found only guest Toastmaster Anand had used the sultry as a word of the day, and rest of the speakers, I think they missed it. And next, coming to the good usage, I found very interesting vocabulary today. These are all the vocabulary usages. Mostly Toastmaster Rahul used an acronym, and Toastmaster Sachin used turned into a nightmare, comfortable, noble thought, appreciate. Toastmaster Sourav Dutta got a limited screen time, so he used difficult but unavoidable. It was, I like this phrase. And Toastmaster Lakshmi is used decoding difference. The name of her speech itself is really nice, and glimpse of lucky charm, diverse backgrounds, fascinated, professional spirit, and lingering up. She used many very good vocabulary, but I could not capture in the flow. And Toastmaster Samita, she is exceptionally great in the Grammarian report. I can say she is the very good speaker of the day in terms of Grammarian. Bloom, gauge, recap, put forth, floats, seamlessly, furiously, and desperately. And Toastmaster Nancy used outdated ground rules, prerogative, moving on to scoop of the ice cream, and soaking. And table topic speakers used shortage and nap. Toastmaster Shubham used rise the bars, and Toastmaster Sanjay impress and excellent. And Toastmaster Mukund used well articulated, visualized, nostalgia, grateful, makeup, persona, adventure, and potential. Very nice vocabulary used by Toastmaster. And these are all the good usages of today's meeting. And coming to the rhetorical questions, I could not capture many, but Toastmaster Samita used rhetorical questions very well. I could not capture all. Did we not all enjoy? Where would you go? What would you do? These are all the few rhetorical questions used by today's speakers. And meeting after meeting, changing and exchanging, will go wrong, will go wrong. And so these are all a few rhetorical devices I was able to capture. And coming to few more, what about all of you would be a better speaker, a better manager? What should be the theme? Unseen labor. How could we stop the posters? Out of box thinking. So can it replace? Definitely not. So these are all very good hypopora question and answers they have used. And the rule of three was used by a better speaker, better mentor, and better manager. And AC car, AC restaurant, and AC hall. I could not capture that word, but I replaced it with hall. Hot, hotter, and hottest. And a metaphor and some similes, or we went back and forth, cement and sand, pick and choose. These are all good usages, I mean, good rhetorical devices used by the speakers. And finally, I would like to recommend when only few observations. It's not fault finding, it's just for improvement. Well speaker, instead of using well speaker, you can use spoke well. And then stick with TV and stick to the TV screen. Both are correct. But if you want to bring some fun out of your speech, stick to the TV screen will give more fun. So this is my report for today as a grammarian. And over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul.
For the detailed and you pretty much captured everything in me. So kudos to you. Just one recommendation is that it's not needed that you need to read everything out. You can just share your screen and just read a couple of them and people can go to it. So to save us the time. The meeting. But apart from that, it's very good. You pretty much captured everything. Once again, thank you. Now, let me move on to the next my TAGL team report player. That will be the listener. That is played by Toastmaster Vipul. Toastmaster Vipul.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. So here are my questions. What was the title of the Toastmaster Samita's speech?
The bloom. The bloom.
The bloom.
Yeah,
The
correct. And who was the keynote speaker at the event organized on Women's Day?
Additional Director General of Police, Mr. Devajyoti Ray.
Yeah, correct. What was the name of the cricket club formed by Toastmaster Sachin and his cousins?
Name of the cricket club.
Okay, can I answer?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Eagles Club. And where is Toastmaster Anu from?
Chennai.
Correct. And which sport does Toastmaster Shubham enjoy playing?
Cricket.
Cricket.
No, it was badminton.
He said cricket.
Sorry, I remember badminton, but yeah, we can confirm from him.
So he said it's in his introduction that he enjoys playing badminton. He didn't say badminton. So there was a conflict during the speech. He said cricket, but his introduction says badminton. So he's confused.
Yeah, so I remember it from his introduction, so that's why the answer was badminton for me. Okay, yeah, that's all the questions I had for today. Thank you.
meeting. Now, let me come to the evaluation of the meeting. So let me start with the Sergeant at Arms. So apologies that I joined a couple of minutes later. So when I joined, I already saw that Toastmaster Nancy was introducing a Toastmaster DTM Sourav. Sorry, DTM Nancy as well. DTM Nancy was introducing DTM Sourav, and it was wonderfully done. And one thing which I noticed is that she passed the stage at 10 o'clock and 3 minutes, 10:03. That was wonderfully done. Thank you once again for the role of playing as the Sergeant at Arms in DTM Nancy. And let me come to the next session of the meeting. That was the presiding officer. So DTM Sourav had a good introduction of what the Toastmasters about, and he also shared a couple of stories as what happened in the previous. I think that was a good way to introduce what Toastmasters was about. And also, he also introduced the guests and also the new members to the club. That's also a good thing. Now, one thing which he did do was he improvised. Since the joke master was not there, he didn't skip the session. He gave us the goodwill of choosing the members and putting them in the spotlight in front of everyone to say a joke, which again was a good thing. And also, I feel like saying a bad joke is also good because it eases the tension of the members. I'm not telling that they were bad jokes, but I'm telling in general, which is something which I kind of enjoy about telling jokes. Now, things which I felt Toastmaster DTM Sourav could have done better is that it went overboard, a lot overboard than the given time. And also one more thing is he missed out to introduce what Toastmasters was about and who founded it and all the introduction of what Toastmasters about. But apart from that, it was a wonderful session and not a wonderful session, it's a wonderful thing played by DTM Sourav. Once again, thank you for that. Now, coming on to the Toastmaster of the Day played by Toastmaster Sachin. So what Toastmaster DTM Sourav missed, Toastmaster Sachin catched up and he kind of gave a small introduction that Toastmaster was started in 1942 by Rahul V. Smedley. I believe that was a quick thinking and a good thing to put that out there. So apart from that, even the theme was very good. It's summertime and summer stories is a good way to relate to it. I felt it was a light topic. And you also made sure that you included members by asking them their opinions and making them comfortable. I feel that was a good way. Again, the theme of the meeting was good. And also, it was a good way to get members' opinion and also make them comfortable. Because at the end of the day, Toastmasters is all about making comfortable and making people speak. And I believe that you did a wonderful job of that, Toastmaster Sachin. And I pretty much couldn't find much recommendations to you, but I think you played a wonderful role of the Toastmaster today. So once again, thank you for that as well. Now coming to the table topics master, that was played by DTM Nancy again. So once again, I believe that it correlated with today's theme. And she pretty much gave the topics depending on the members, which again is a good thing. She gave the easy topics to the new members and a kind of little advanced topics to the people who have already been a Toastmaster for a long time. So kudos to you that as well. And it's good that I noticed that you gave encouragement to the first speaker since he doesn't speak much. I mean, like he hasn't started speaking here at the stage. So I think that is a good initiative as well. So thank you for that as well, to DTM Nancy. Thank you. So I would like to congratulate all the members who had participated in today's meeting and making this meeting successful. So once again, thank you for that. And now let me just give you an overall thing of the report of the meeting, which I found was good and which can be improved. One thing which I observed was DTM Sourav as a timer indicated in the beginning when he was giving his timing introduction stuff that we went overboard by 10 minutes. I think that was a good initiative. And I think that's a practice that we can follow in the future as well. So people know that we went overboard. And also one more thing which I liked is the grammarian taking the word of the day and asking one of the members to use it. So we kind of we remember it. I think that's also a good thing. And the other thing is that we kind of were able to start our evaluation, I believe, by 11:20ish itself. And thanks again to the table topics master for pulling it and keeping us in time. One thing which I felt could have been done better is the timer could have used his virtual background, because when he was showing his green color, which even I found it a little tough to identify what color it was, and I felt the speakers would have felt the same as well. So one recommendation would be that to use the virtual background moving forward. But apart from that, and in the ending, a notes to self for myself is that I will try to make it on time so I don't miss it. And I would like to congratulate myself for picking up this role. And thank you, everyone. And I would like to hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster Day, I believe. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rahul. Without further ado, I'll hand over the stage to our presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta.
DTM Sourav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. So we are towards the end of the meeting, and good thing is that today we may actually end on time. Anyone before I announce the results, anyone wants to share their 2 cents about the meeting? If you speak less, we can end the meeting on time, but you do speak. Anu, since you are a guest joining us, how did you like the meeting? 30 seconds. One good thing about the meeting.
Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Toastmaster. I joined in delay joining. Sorry for that. And I really like the way it was organized. And the best part is the evaluation part of the table topic things, because I haven't seen this as a evaluation in any of the meetings. So I think that was a great evaluation. Everyone did justice to their role, from the speakers to the general evaluator. So everyone had it was a great learning for me. Thank you for this.
Thank you. Enugurti Supraja, one good thing about the meeting. Okay. I think she's not in a position to speak. We'll move on to the next person. There are 2 new members who joined us today, Gurdit and Sravan. Sravan has been attending our meetings for quite some time, as I said. So I'll ask Gurdit. Gurdit, one good thing about the meeting.
Yes, I'll say that I'm glad to be surrounded by a lot of finance professionals.
Lovely.
And
Yes. That's a great advantage of being in the Gabbys. You've got a lot of achievers here, but achievers even beyond Toastmasters. Anyone in the room? Nandini? One good thing about the meeting. Amrita? Anything? Nothing good about the meeting. Not even the aloo bhujia. Huh? Krish? One good thing about the meeting. What is great? One good thing about the meeting. Organize. What organize? Be specific. Come on, think quickly. One good thing about the meeting. I'll come back to you. Sree Lakshmi, one good thing about the meeting.
And the table topics.
Table topics. Okay, one good thing about the meeting. Mukund. Table topics evaluation. Yeah. Okay, one good thing about the meeting, Shubham, apart from the second evaluation. Team was good. Team. Okay, one good thing about the meeting. Final evaluation. Lovely. That's called modesty. Yeah. Madam. Easy. Easy. One good thing about the meeting. Easy. Yeah, I don't know. Table topics. Table topics. Okay. Table topics. Okay. Everyone will say table topics now. Okay. Huh? Grammarian. Okay. Listener. Okay. And Yogesh, come back. One good thing about the meeting. Thank you. That's a true friend. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to now announce the results. But before I announce the results, let me just close this. And before that, before announcing the results, I would want to we have a practice at the Gabbys to share the woes and the wows. Wows and woes rather. The wow part, we were 10 minutes late when we started the meeting. We were eating bang on time. Bang on time. We were going to end exactly at 12 noon, thanks to a large extent, Nancy, the way she conducted the table topic session, because that's where we generally lose time. She did not only keep on time, but she actually helped us gain time back despite having 5 speakers. Good job. That's a big wow factor. The second wow factor was the table topic evaluation. Again, one of the reasons we were on time, because our table topic evaluator was also on time. He spoke exactly for 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Very rarely we see this happening. So you also helped us be on time. And the third thing is we had some new role takers today. We had Gurdit as the R counter, we had Rahul as the general evaluator, and that is very encouraging. I am, it's always good to see new faces coming up and doing it. Couple of things which could have been better is that we had a couple of last minute dropouts, avoidable. Again, not a good sign. I don't want that to be repeated in the Gabbys. That's not the Gabbys way. Second is that we can have more people who are in Bangalore attend the meeting in person. We are doing in person for a reason. Please make good use of it. Right? Don't miss this opportunity. These are the two woes from my side. Now we'll quickly move on to announcing the best role takers. Okay, the general evaluator is the best role taker for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rahul V as a general evaluator for being the best. This is the first time, Rahul? As a G? Lovely. Congratulations. I will shake with this hand. May this hand is broken. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Next is the best evaluator for today. Is this someone in the room or is this someone online? That's the question. It is someone in this room. Toastmaster Shubham Somani as the best evaluator. Please come here, Shubham. Thank you. Now, for the best auxiliary role taker, is this someone in the room or is this someone online? What do you think? In the room, in the room, in the room, in the room.
Online.
No, it's someone online. It's someone who's from Hyderabad, but right now he's in Bangalore. But he is not in the room. He has joined us online. The grammarian for today, Toastmaster Sravan.
Thank you.
Oh, you're from Pune, but now in Bangalore. Oh, that's why he was giving me the questioning look. Okay. You're from Pune, right?
No, my club belongs to Pune. I was there. I was working in Pune before COVID. During COVID, I moved to Hyderabad.
But you are from Hyderabad, now in Bangalore.
My hometown is Hyderabad.
Yeah, so Zoom moderator was not paying attention. Okay. And finally, the best table topic speaker for today, that's yours truly. Thank you so much. And with this, history, because we adjourned the meeting at 12:01 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, something we rarely achieve. Big round of applause. Thank you.